Okay, we're live. There were a lot of technical issues I was encountering. It's just like it's weird. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know, like sometimes the emulator just it oddly is slow sometimes, and I don't know why. Like I can see at the top of the window it says the percentage of the emulation, you know. You always want it to be at 100%, running at 100%, but sometimes when I run it, it's like 85%. It's like, it's oscillating between like many different kinds of percentages and can't stick to the full 100%. But then when I click on the start button, then it seems to stabilize for some reason. I think it's like Windows 10 that's causing a problem, and like the fix of making it work is just clicking on the start button, and I don't get that. Hey, Dragoon. Okay. Let's just get started. Getting Bumsville ready. Ready to go. Hey, Owly. Okay, so what do we gotta do today? We have some fossils. So let's take a look at them. News about a drunken prisoner? I don't know anything about that. A Paddowtail. I can't remember if we need that or not. And we have Amber. Amber we don't need. Let's just read all these things. They're all away, yes. Okay, let's go see how much the turnips cost now. Yeah, we'll just go down there and check it out. See how much we get. Cigar smoking aardvark? I have no idea. What? Owly, do you know what Dragoon is talking about? Because I have no idea. Let's see, let's Oh, look at this! This is so good! 99,000! Oh, I think we're done. That's it. Oh, man. So, game over then. we won. Oh. Let me see. Okay, we have 30,000 bells there, so let's just go pay the debt, and that's the end. That's game over. Okay. Yeah, it just comes right out of nowhere. Let's go check the dump real quick. I don't know why, because that's the end of the game. Okay. Wow. Just like that. Just like that. Bam, right out of nowhere. Okay. Super Monkey Ball. Yeah, we could play Super Monkey Ball. And that's the end. Yeah, we'll do a review. Well, that is it. GG. Paid off all my loan. Debt free. So we already... Okay, so it automatically is added in. Let me just see what these look like. Got that. Dawn shirt. That looks okay. This is a lot sooner than I thought. Let me just go real quick to the, Hey, look. You know, the turnip thing is... It's a powerful mechanic. You know, as long as you kind of, like, stick to, like, a good routine, you know, buy 100 of them. Because 100 of them aren't really that expensive. Yeah, you should. Like, do they have the turnips in that game? Oh, I don't have any, paper. Hold on. They do have it in that. Yeah, it's actually a surprisingly powerful mechanic to get, you know, a lot of money. You know, like, just buy 100 every week and then see how it goes, and if it works out for you, then you get a ton of money. And if not, it's not really that big of a deal, because, like, we always have, like, around 30,000 or so. So it pays off, and it's really worth it. Already have 3 million saved in the bank, so don't need more money. I guess when you get the Switch version, you can try the turnip thing. That's great. Okay. Wow. I was saying, you know, like, it'll probably take us 3 more days, but evidently not. I was thinking like either 2 or 3 more days it would take us to beat this. Turned out we beat it in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, me too. We got screwed over once. That was that was like a very haphazard attempt at trying to make money, got a little greedy. But in the same sense though, it was worth reversing time to see what would happen. So now we know you can't game the system. And on Saturday you have to sell it. Low point in your life. Okay. Yeah, we already have it. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll just mail that thing out. We'll go to the... Oh yeah, let's check out that tree. Nope. Talk to Nook, yeah, so we'll go mail that letter, mail out the fossil. Because who knows, maybe one day we might come back to this game and play it some more. I mean, we got, you know, a couple of followers who are going to be wondering what happened with Animal Crossing. I told them we would be playing this game for another 3 days at least, but now we're going to have to disappoint them. But, you know, maybe we might come back to this game one day. And when we do, we'll have maybe some more fossils and things. Turnips came through, hell yeah. In the first 5 minutes. Here's the tree. Looks like it's growing well. Let's head to the post office. Okay. And that's it. Yeah, neither was I. You know, we're so used to being disappointed, or it's just like the increase in money is like maybe like 1,000 at best, or we get like 500. But like, bam, right out of nowhere, game over immediately. Absolutely incredible. Now, keep in mind, this is not like the true end of the game. There is no end of the game. Contrary to popular belief. But there are like several more debts even after this. So maybe one day we'll come back to this game and we'll play it some more and pay off more debts. I would like to check out the new house that he's gonna make for us. I want to check that out before we close up. Yep. His store also expands? Okay. What's he saying? Our options are either to enlarge your room or add a basement. I want to enlarge the room. Yeah, expanding basement is not really... I want to have more room. Let's get a different color. Sky blue? Sky blue sounds pretty good, right? What do you think? Forgot to get a drink. Sky blue? Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to see that. So we'll do that. Let me sell off some stuff. So we want to sell off the shirts. And the amber. That's a good price. Nope. Okay. That's pretty much it. Want to check the lost and found real quick? Yeah, like stuff like that is just... It's like sudden euphoria. It's like, holy crap. Go check the lost and found real quick. Maybe do a little fishing. Do a little fishing. Yeah. Yeah, they really are. It's very satisfying because like you put in a lot of work, and when it finally pays off, like that is it's so satisfying to have that kind of work reward cycle. You know? Those are the best kinds of games where you don't mind doing busy work. You know, like that's why like in RPGs like you'll grind a lot, but it pays off, even though what you're doing is tedious. Let's see if there's there's any fish. Ah, almost. Everything over here looks good. Oh, good. Big one. We didn't get to see Autumn. You want to see what Autumn looks like before we close up? Ah. Kind of want to see that before we close. We sold all the turnips so we could do it at any time. We'll like advance time by 1 day. See our expanded house, and then we'll advance to Autumn and see what that looks like. Yeah, there was winter when we started the game. But we got sick of the white. It was looking pretty bland, so we... Oh, look. So advance time. Okay. There we go. Oh, no problem. I was just saying, Hey, Chef! Oh, you missed the big event. We, I don't know if you're familiar with this game, but we got a ton of money all at once. It was very exciting, so we're technically done with this game. I'm just kind of finishing off a few loose ends. Had first session of a new D&D campaign. Ah, cool. I remember you talking about D&D before. And you playing with your friends and stuff. Oh yeah, I was just saying, Owly, that we didn't get to see Autumn yet. So we're going to fast forward time even after tomorrow. So we'll fast forward time by 1 day, see the new house, and then we'll fast forward time by another. We'll fast forward time all the way to Autumn and see what that looks like, because we didn't get to see it yet. Don't know tons about Animal Crossing. Ah. Spoke to this guy by accident. Just gotta wait until this guy goes away. Then dig this thing up. Okay, let's make our way to the post office. Skip all the way to fall? Okay. That works. So, Chef, since we're technically done with this game, we're gonna be playing Super Monkey Ball next. You know anything about Super Monkey Ball? So if we skip all the way to Autumn, what's gonna happen to that tree, the golden shovel tree? Is that gonna still be there? Okay, let's mail this thing out. Okay, mail that. Shovel tree will be all done. Okay, cool. And that's pretty much it. Dole Banana folks paid the devs to put Dole stickers on all the nanners in Super Monkey Ball? Really? I did not know that. Assuming you're not joshing me. Is that right, huh? They did. Wow. That's crazy. You want to check out the cello? Well, we'll check it out after we expand our house. 100% serious. Wow. Oh, hit the wrong button. That's crazy. Super Monkey Ball. I think that's a Sega game, isn't it? So, how long does a D&D session go for usually? And how many people are you playing with? Let me think. Okay, so we gotta make sure we don't go right into it. October? Okay. October on a Sunday, maybe? Let's see. September, October. Let's make it a Sunday. Sunday, okay? The time... Maybe, like 9:34? That sound good? We can buy some turnips. Does that look okay? Everything good to go? Okay. That's good. Take a look at what kind of mail we got. So, we just go right into the house. Let me just take these things out first. Trilobite, we already got that. Curious to see how well I play Super Monkey Ball. Yeah, I've never played it before, so probably not very well. Paddle Tail, we already have that. Okay. So we just go right into the house, and it should be expanded. It's nice and big. I got room now. Okay, we're gonna push this thing. Whoops. Yeah. Wait, I got a better idea. Hold on. We need to do some redecorating. Alright, you guys wanna do a little review? Fuck this up already. Might be a good time to do it. It's hard to redecorate and think at the same time. Hold on. I'm trying to get this thing right. That's how I want it. Place is cockroach infested. Damn it, I can't center it the way I want it. I want it like centered, but it won't stay centered. Would you get OCD over this, Ellie? Like the fact that you can't center this TV? This is really bothering me. Like this thing needs to be 3 blocks wide. It's so annoying, isn't it? So we got the little couch here and the little TV there. And we got some room for the other stuff. It's one of your complaints? Is it how it is in New Leaf as well? And New Leaf has that problem too, huh? Some things never change. So glad we have space now. Oh, this thing needs to be somewhere else. Where do we put it? Next to the TV, you think? I'm not gonna be able to get in there though. Hold on. Okay. You can pick it up and drop it? Oh yeah. That would have been a lot more efficient. Oh well. It's okay. Not sure how I feel about everything else. I guess it's okay for now, but ideally I want to put this maybe over here. But I think for now it's okay. I like this song. It's like, it grows on me. Let's take a load off. Whoops. What the hell? Oh, I forgot the cello. He won't sit on it. How come he won't sit? Oh, there we go. So he's not looking directly at the TV. He's like looking at the side of it. Let's take a look at the cello. That's going kind of okay. Kind of cool. I think you're so amused by that song as a kid. It is kind of, it's catchy. You can like rock out to it. I think Luke played the cello. I'm not really sure though. Maybe. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. We can talk to him. Oh, you can play the cello, really? Let's see. That's kind of neat. Can you... Oh, you can even punch the punching bag. That's kind of cool. I didn't know you could do all these things. What about these things? Can you let the rocket ship take off? Take off, take off. Can we take a soda out of this thing? What about the radio? Pop in a tune. How do we do this? Somehow you gotta buy music, I guess. Space station, can you interact with it? No. Okay. What about the pool? Nope. Okay. KK Slider. Saturday nights? Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning So this is autumn. That's how you see the game credits? Okay. I see. Looks good. Autumn looks nice. I like the colors. Okay, let's check out the store. Looks good. What do you usually get at this point, Owly? Do you get the basement or do you get the expanded house? Yeah, it looks like he expanded. $398,000. Quite a bit more, but if you get lucky with the turnips, it's not too bad. Oh, you always got the basement first, okay. Looks interesting. We got a diary now. All kinds of stuff. More flowers. What are these, candies? What do you do with it? What's this thing? A signboard? Nope, don't need it. It's for trick-or-treating? Oh, okay. And everything else is the usual stuff. And we got paint. Whoops. What do you use paint for? Okay. Oh, okay, you can repaint the roof, okay. Okay. That's kind of neat. So you can always change the color of your roof later on. Okay. Okay. So you guys ready for a little review of Animal Crossing? It won't be too long. Okay. So, Animal Crossing was originally an N64 game called, Okay. let's check the shovel tree first. Okay. False start. There was one thing that we forgot to do. I do these reviews off the cuff. No scripts or anything, but usually like in my head there's like a thing or two swimming in my brain. Like I try to think about the review before I do it. But sometimes like I forget to even do that. But I was thinking about this game a little bit. So, okay, so this shovel tree, what do we do with it? Chop it down? It's been growing for a long time. Shake it, okay. While I'm here, let me just write this real quick. There it is. Awesome. It's a pretty cool fanfare. Now we can get rid of the old one. Alright. Let's do a little review. So this is Animal Crossing. And it was originally released on the N64 as Animal Forest. And it didn't get an American release until the GameCube. And it was renamed Animal Crossing. But unfortunately, like, in terms of graphics, they didn't really make any improvements whatsoever. So it still looks like a N64 game. So that's why it looks the way it does. But before I get into the graphics, I want to talk about the game itself. And what I thought of it. So, I played this game really late. Like now. It's 2019, this game came out in the N64 era. So it's been a long, long time. So that's just to give context to why I feel the way I do about this game. But this game was genre-defining. There weren't a whole lot of games like this at the time. Pretty much the closest thing to it was Harvest Moon. And its similarities are mostly just in, like, you know, resource gathering to accomplish goals. I think, like, that's the simplest way of putting it. And since this game, there have been a lot of games like it where you gather resources and to accomplish goals. Stardew Valley is one of the best, and also Don't Starve Together. Those are the two major games that I've played. And there have been a lot of other developments too. So because of that, this game is very dated. There really isn't a lot to do. So like, I guess you can boil it down to you need to get money to pay off your debts, and you need to fill up the museum with stuff. And in fact, the mechanic of gathering fossils and things like that to put in the museum, that inspired the mineral gathering and the museum donation mechanic in Animal Crossing. So like, this game, in addition to Harvest Moon, inspired many of the mechanics we see in Animal Crossing. In Stardew Valley. So those are the two main components. You got a museum, and you need to pay off your debts. And because it's just like two things, there really isn't a lot to motivate you to keep playing it compared to other stuff. At least by today's standards. Like, back in the day, most of the people I've talked to, they told me that they played this game for hundreds of hours, maybe thousands of hours. And that's insane. You know, but I believe it, because at the time, you know, all that stuff would have been so much more satisfying. But since then, in other Animal Crossing games and other games as well, there's just so much more to do now. But they all play off of the same kind of work-reward mechanic, where you do work and then you're rewarded for it. And you know, it's so neat. You know, like, you wouldn't think that you would be into something like that, but it's oddly addictive. And this is one of the games that started it all. And it's such a cute game. The music's great. That's one of the things I think that has aged the best, is that, you know, the music really never gets old. And it's very cool, like, and the music changes every so often, and that's always like a nice surprise to have. So, going back to the mechanic of you know, the gratification system. You know, here we've encountered Turnip Guy. You know, he sells you turnips for, you know, a certain price, and it works like the stock market. You know, it's just like this one little mechanic, and I didn't think too much of it, but like, when it paid off the way it did just a little while ago, it's so gratifying. You know, you can buy like 100 turnips from this guy, and then turn that right back around and make a huge profit and pay off some of your debt in a short amount of time. And stuff like that really is so satisfying. And this game has lots of instances where you get that gratifying feeling. So you get it with the turnip guy, but you also get it by digging up. You know, you just see a little crack in the ground, and then you dig it up and you find a fossil, and then you get your mail. Then you have to send it off, and then you get your mail back, and it's a new fossil, and that's fun and exciting that you discovered something new, and then you go to the museum, and then you get to admire all your work. That's one of the other cool things about this game. You know, just like Stardew Valley, you have something to show off, even if it's only meaningful to other Animal Crossing fans. You know, to anyone else, like, they just wouldn't get it. It's like, okay, big deal. It's a bunch of dinosaur fossils, but like, you know, it's one of those things that like other fans, they get it, and they could admire your work and your accomplishments. You can show off your museum here. You can also go back to your home and show off your digs and all the cool decorations you made. None of this actually contributes to, you know, the progression of the game per se. It's not required for, you know, quote unquote beating it. But you do it anyway because of that that reward cycle that I mentioned before. That work reward cycle. You get like all different kinds of insects here. Apparently, they added some more in the American release. So, one of the complaints I do have about the game, though, is you have a bunch of neighbors, right, that you can talk to. But you quickly realize that they're not very useful. You can talk to them, and they can give you jobs to do, but they usually don't give you a lot of money. If they do give you money, and the rewards they give you really aren't that satisfying, at least for me. Maybe for other people it might be, because they might give you like some cool clothes or something, or maybe some cool item to put in your house, but I wasn't too interested in that stuff. I was mostly interested in making money. And obviously, like, I get it, you know, they can't give you like a ton of money because it would break the game. But the tasks that they ask you to do are pretty lame. Like, you know, at best, they'll say, you know, like, you know, will you deliver this item for me to my friend? And that's about it. You know, that's usually the only job they have. You know, it is neat to see new neighbors. Yeah, see here you have, you know, she just wants you to deliver an item to someone. So you'll see like new neighbors, and it's kind of neat. And besides just looking different, they do have different personalities. They all have like some kind of like catchphrase that they all have, or some kind of unique personality. So that's kind of neat. Other than that, though, I wasn't too crazy about the neighbors. I don't really think they have anything interesting to say. We'll talk to Sven in a little bit. We'll come back. So yeah, that's the neighbors. So this game has like fishing. The fishing in this game's okay. You just I don't like it as much as Stardew Valley, but it's all right. It's a lot. If you get good with it, you can do it pretty quickly and catch a lot of fish, and then you can donate them to the museum, and you can check it all out in your aquarium. So that's kind of neat. That's pretty rewarding and satisfying to do. You get your basic tools. It doesn't overburden you with too many tools. So that's nice for, you know, the first game. Doesn't make it overly complicated. The graphics, I think, are, you know, like, they look good. And I think they aged pretty well. I mean, it is on the GameCube, and these are obviously N64 style graphics. But I think these graphics have aged better than a lot of other games on the N64. I was talking to Owly about it, and You know, you got games like Turok and stuff like that, which had a lot of pea soup fog. It tried to be overly ambitious, but it ended up not being very good visually. Whereas this game has very bright colors. It's all big and bold, and I really love the way the animations here. You know, controls really silky smooth, and it feels just right. And I like how the seasons change, and you get a visual change to go along with it. You know, like autumn looks really good, spring looks really good. Summer looks a little bit too similar to spring, but it's still good. But yeah, the game can get a little boring after a little while. Like, I can't see myself playing this for hundreds of hours. Unlike, you know, let's say Don't Starve or Stardew Valley, but that's only because it is an older game and it's dated. But this is, you know, those games owe it to this game for starting it all. And if it weren't for this game to establish all those mechanics, we wouldn't have those games. You know, so it's not about whether or not it aged well. It's about the history and showing respect to your elders, those who came before you, that laid the foundation for the gameplay mechanics that would be enhanced upon in future games. And I'm really glad I played this game to see where those inspirations came from. And that's all I gotta say. Alright, come on, get it. There we go. Alright. Barbell Steed. Alright, let's go talk to Sven. Thank you, Owly. How would you rate the game, Owly? You got any reviews, Dragoon? Any reviews you want to share? Because usually we do the viewer reviews during the credits, but we won't be able to see those this time. Unless you want to go to Saturday and talk to that guy and just look at the credits for no reason. Anybody got any reviews? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Looks interesting. Maybe I can get this. Best parts of the game are the music, variety of items, fish, bugs, art, and fossils to collect, and house customization. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't talk too much about the house customization, but it kind of goes along with like the feedback loop, you know, of work and reward, work reward cycle. Yeah, I didn't do as much of that stuff as other people do with like the landscaping. And you can even design your own stuff. So yeah, all that stuff is there. And yeah, the music's really good too. Okay, let's donate the locust. Okay. Game really thrives on multiplayer. So much better with friends. Yeah, I agree. Like, when I played Stardew Valley with friends, like, you don't want to go back. It's so much more fun to do all the work with buddies, so you can split up the work. And it's so much more fun. You can't play it single player again. I mean, you could, but I don't want to. Yeah. So this game would be pretty cool with buddies too. I think there's one more thing we need to donate, right? Not this one, right? And then we need to talk to Sven. Yeah, I hope so too. And then we can play it together. Okay. Go talk to Sven. Yes, I am Sven. Sven is such a European name. Where's Sven? Oh, here he is. He's right here. That's him? There he is. 6 months. Yeah, isn't she? She's right there. She can't deliver it herself. Yeah, all the quests are just delivery quests. I could be more into like the jobs they do if there were like more interesting, if they were just more than just delivering stuff. Like I don't mind delivering stuff once in a while, but it's literally always delivery shit and nothing else. How is it in New Leaf? Do they have like more interesting jobs to do? Let's see what kind of furniture he gave us. Not much? Okay. Well, oh look, what the hell is that? Oh, what am I doing? I thought that was a... Oh, okay, it is an ant. Okay, I thought it was a bug at first, but it turned out it was just ants crawling on my candy. That's actually kind of neat. You drop the candy and then ants crawl on it. You know, speaking of bugs, I should have caught a roach in my house. We could probably do that. The worst is when they ask to come to your house. Oh yeah? Keep forgetting. Yeah, we could probably catch a roach inside of our house. Let's go there and see what we can get. The one time I need a roach and I don't see it. Hold on. Oh, you can only catch them outside? Okay, never mind. Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, he puts away the net. He can't do it in here. Alright, let's see this item. Oh wow, it's huge. There's so many space items in here. Let's put it in the corner over here. Actually, schedule a real time to come over, and it's always an hour from the time they ask. Yeah, that can be annoying, I can imagine. Okay. See, that item, like, the items they give you, though, are actually pretty cool. Like, this thing could easily cost a few thousand bells. So that is kind of neat. Alright, so let's go to the museum, donate the ant, sell off the rest, and then we will close this game up and maybe try a little Super Monkey Ball, I guess? Is this a new butterfly or what? I think it's the same. Okay. Excited for Super Monkey Ball? I'm interested in checking it out. I'll have to download it. I haven't downloaded it yet. So we'll have to close up the stream. Give me like a few minutes to get it and get it all set up. and then we'll start the stream up again. Donate the int. Deluxe? Okay. I'll get that one. You can take a quick look at the second thing. That's it. Just get Super Monkey Ball 2. You'd rather see Super Monkey Ball 2 than Super Monkey Ball 1? Looks good. Okay. Let's go to the store, sell all the crap, and then we'll save and quit. I turned down the volume a lot. Okay, sounds good. I'll get the deluxe version. Well, I'll try to get the deluxe version. And we'll try Super Monkey Ball 1 first, I guess. Just to see what it's like. If I can't find the deluxe version, I'll just get the second version. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so that. That's everything. Oh, and the shovel. Anything else we need to get? Nope. Get a new radio, but yeah, well. I think there was this one part in Mario Galaxy where you're on top of a ball and like you can use the motion controls to roll yourself around. I think that's probably the closest thing to Super Monkey Ball. In fact, I think that was directly taken from Super Monkey Ball. Hey, Jerky Boy! We actually have beaten the game, believe it or not. But don't worry, we're gonna immediately move on to Super Monkey Ball. Yeah, we got lucky with the turnips, and we made a ton of money. We made 100,000 in the first 5 minutes of the stream, and that was our goal. We just wanted to pay off the current debt, and then we would move on to a new game. So we did that, and I did the review, and now we're gonna play Super Monkey Ball. Sound good, Tricky Boy? Hope that sounds good. Alright, so, yeah, I'm gonna have to close this up. Give me a few minutes to get everything set up, and I'll post another notification in the Discord, okay? Alright, so I'll see you guys in a few minutes.